Hello, and welcome to the number one art-related podcast out there. This is Breaking Awesome, and I'm your host, Master Crow. Now listen as I identify art techniques, critique the work of master artists, and mispronounce many European names. Why? Because I critique everything. If you've been listening into this show for a long time, you realize that I don't usually do this, but today I'm going to dedicate an entire episode to a question that I got via email from the person that goes by the screen name Collins4U. And he says, "Hi, Master Crow. Now, I know that this is a lot to ask, but you never told us your favorite Renaissance artist or some of your favorite works from that artist. So could you include these things in your next show? If you can, that'd be great. And P.S. I bet your favorite artist is Michelangelo." Thank you for that, Collins, but it is not Michelangelo, actually. I know, it's quite a shocker. My favorite Renaissance artist is, although, one of the four most known Renaissance artists today, widely known as the Red Ninja Turtle. I think you guys guessed it. Yes, it's Raphael. So for those of you who don't really know that much about Raphael or don't know who I'm talking about, this is a little background information on him. Known by his first name alone, Raphael Sanzino was born April 6, 1483 in Urbino, Italy. He was an Italian painter of the High Renaissance, celebrated for the perfection and grace of his paintings and drawings. Together with Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, he forms a traditional trinity of great masters of that period. Raphael was enormously productive as he ran workshops containing 50 students and pupils. Despite his early death at 37, he was still able to keep a large body of his work, especially in the Vatican. He was extremely influential in his lifetime, but after his death, the influence of his great rival Michelangelo was more widespread until the 18th and 19th century, when his more serene and harmonious qualities were again regarded as the highest model. The first piece is a piece of art that truly sparked my interest, which was the School of Athens. The School of Athens was a fresco done between the years 1510 and 1511. The subject matter of this fresco is a school and the many philosophers that were present. Now, other than just being an overall amazing piece of art, Raphael uses many techniques such as fusmaro, which is the blending of one color into another, to develop tone and depth. This can be seen all over the picture, like here and here, but it's always used as a high degree. As we can see, it helps create shadows, and by doing this, makes the piece look a little bit more realistic. If we were to look at the person's clothing, we can see that it's also used to create folds. When we compare this to medieval art, we can see that this technique helps Raphael put more detail into his art, which would have been more difficult to do without. Other than techniques, there are also characteristics of the Renaissance that are evidenced throughout this painting. One of them being humanism. Unlike medieval ages, where many paintings were done of biblical characters, the School of Athens focuses on regular human and the human experience. It's done this by showing many regular people, not kings or queens, just regular people without any religious significance. It also shows a love of learning. As many don't know, this was Raphael's interpretation of philosophy. I like to talk about is the Transfiguration. The Transfiguration is considered to be the last painting of Raphael. It was left unfinished by Raphael and is believed to be completed by his pupil shortly after his death in 1520. This picture is now housed in the Vatican Museum in Vatican City. The medium used was oil on wood, and the subject matter is Jesus. Now, the techniques used in this one are just a little bit different than in the School of Athens. Instead of using fusmaro, there's more chiaroscura. Even though there is fusmaro that is seen, this can be seen In Jesus' face, you can see that it goes from a dark brown color to a lighter brown color, which also, like in the School of Athens, helps make it a little bit more realistic. But chiaroscura can be seen in many places. It can be seen directly behind Jesus, where we see a big ball of light or opening. Now, this helps bring attention on our subject matter. However, it also helps Raphael put the lights and darks on his subject matter in a very unique manner. Now, it's also shown all throughout the drawing. We can see the darks are hitting the people as they look up as Jesus. And like many of the other techniques of the Renaissance, it helps just puts detail on the art, and it also helps in making it look more realistic. Now, unlike the School of Athens, this painting does not show a lot of humanism, as our subject matter is Jesus Christ. However, this is a transfiguration, a rebirth. And the characteristic of the Renaissance as shown is a rebirth, a renewal, a new life. The next piece that I'd like to talk about are actually two pieces, which include two self-portraits of the Renaissance master Raphael. As promised, the next picture that is discussed is a self-portrait of Raphael. This is one of his earlier works, and we can really see the difference between the two. In the first one, there's a lot of fusmaru being used, and this is used in the face, in the hair, and it really helps bring out some of the highlights and some more of the darks. However, as you can see, he's not really using chiaroscura in this, maybe because he doesn't really know how to utilize it well, or he just wasn't thinking about it. But in the other drawing, in the other self-portrait that we can see his use of fusmaru and chiaroscura has made it just that more better. Chiaroscura being used in the hat and in his attire, which was lacking in the previous self-portrait. Now, in both of these, the characteristic that is used is humanism, simply because, again, it's not of a religious character knowledge. And with that being said, I'd like to sign off. This has been Master Crow, and has been another amazing episode of Breaking Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Colin, for your amazing question, and I'll see everybody here next week. Bye.